everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. This is episode 10? 9?
10.
10. Gosh, we're in double digits, y'all. Can you believe it?
No.
It seems like just yesterday we were meeting all these wonderful, angelic, totally normal characters. And here we are, getting weird and having fun.
I thought you were going to say totally angelic characters and these four.
Yeah. My NPCs are all angels. They do nothing wrong. So tonight, we are jumping back into our story. But before we do that, I would like to thank our sponsor, WeirdWorks, for sponsoring this game as well as the next 2 games. They sponsored the last game as well. Thank you so much, WeirdWorks. We love you. We will be talking more about them at the break time, as well as having another little reading done for who's our reading for tonight? Is it Fizz?
Today's Fisscourth.
Oh, I can't wait to find out what Fisscourth asked. We'll be having a little fortune reading for Fisscourth using the tarot deck that we use in game for Arat's character, which is from our sponsors. If you would like to know more about this cast, ask us questions, interact with us after the game, I invite you to go to patreon.com/thehypegoblin, where you can get to know us better, pick up some fun maps for several different TTRPG platforms, including Foundry, which is what we're using for this game, both animated and not animated. And a new pack just went up today. There's several different versions of campsites. So if you're looking for just a generic campsite, I have several different versions available for you in different settings, with winter versions soon to come. With that, let's go around and do our intros, everybody.
Hi, everyone. My name is Satan, or Alessa Vamp on the interwebs, and tonight I will be playing your favorite girl, Yuiza, Wood Elf Rogue. She's a she, her. I use she, they. That's it. That's all I got.
Hi, I'm Zachary Vaudo, and I am playing Arat Kshizhin, who is the human in name only wild oracle. Arat uses he, him pronouns, but he doesn't particularly mind any particular way, which is the same with me. You can call me anything as long as it's not derogatory.
Yeah, hey, hi, I'm Abby. I use she, her pronouns, as does my wonderful little Ahuling cleric, Fisscourth.
Hello, everybody. I'm RJ, and today I'll be playing Sulong Shen. He is a human barbarian. I am looking for love. We both go by he, him. Sorry. What stream? Take this mic away from me.
Oh, I am going to permanently mute RJ for the rest of the game, everybody. And that just leaves me, y'all. Hi, I'm Sara Roberts. I will be your GM for this evening, and use whatever pronouns you want for me as well. I don't really care at this point. Just let me be your little buddy, and let's tell a cool story together, okay? Last week on Luck and Chaos, y'all started off with a pretty tough fight. You met some carnivorous creatures in the woods who were looking to turn a little goblin man, Hugo, who was out on his honeymoon with his wife, Akira, as well as doing a little bit of work on the side. Y'all did a pretty good job of taking them down. We saw some new abilities that the group had not seen before from one another. Some reveals may have been made, which I believe we'll be touching on later today. And you followed the bubbles that had been plaguing Yuiza and started to swarm. And that is where you met Hugo's wife, Akira. And then, after crossing to get Akira, Sulong and the rest of the party discovered that they were standing in the middle of a giant ooze as what was thought to be a bog around them came to life and began to attack. Luckily, you all made it back safe and sound with Hugo and Akira in tow, and you got them to their destination, which was the guild in Dulhen, as they had messages from their home city for Amelie and Farah. After that, Fisscourth and Yuiza settled in for a much-needed rest, and Arat went exploring through the town, ending up in the local temple. After a conversation with 2 of the workers there about the visions that he had about something that may be coming, something that may have happened, no one's really quite sure yet. The clues are starting to fall one by one. With a conversation between Arat and Sulong, we ended our game last session. And now we're picking up the next morning. There is a very loud knock on the door as though someone is kicking their boot against the front door. Who's the first up?
If someone is kicking the door, Yuiza will get up with the most "I will kill someone" look in her face, and she will rip open the door.
And in front of you, you see with a pig slung over his shoulders, Pascal. Morning.
Pascal.
Yeah,
My friend.
I got you a pig.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. If you ever wake me up like that again, I will cut off your fingers.
Oh, you weren't awake yet? No. Oh, sorry. I tried to knock, but then I nearly dropped the pig in the dirt. Where do you want this, by the way?
Just come in. Put it in the kitchen, please.
Awesome. And he walks in, and you see he has not taken his man bun or his braids down that you did for him the previous day. It is still up. That's the dining room. Is the kitchen over this way?
Just follow me.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
I'm gonna take you to the kitchen.
Mm-hmm. And he has brought you a whole hog from the butcher, as you requested.
I did request the whole hog. I'm still waking up. That's a lot. We're gonna have to get the spit going. I need so long to be here.
If I recall, Sulong and I had just chopped a bunch of vegetables for the previous night, so those are still out.
Just give me a second, and she's gonna go like knocking on all the doors. Wake up! Wake up! There's a pig.
A pig? Is it a guest? Are we treating a guest today?
No, we were eating it at some point.
Oh! Oh, what?
Oh, this is the one that you ordered?
Yeah, I totally forgot I had ordered a whole pig from Pascal, but he's here
Oh,
with
great.
a whole pig. Yeah.
We shall call him a man of his word, at least.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember that I did ask for this.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I'm just woke up with like kicking in the front door, and I don't ask. I need coffee and sunlight. I'll be back.
She's a very
Very fair.
complicated houseplant.
Yeah.
Understandable.
She's gonna go back to the kitchen, make coffee, offer some to Pascal.
Yeah. I will take the largest one you have.
Are you allowed to have caffeine?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I be allowed to?
Yes, I check. I don't know what I have for insight. Oh, +5.
Yeah, he can have coffee.
8. She's gonna take the biggest mug she can find. It's like, do you want milk or sugar or?
Oh no, just black, please. Do you have cinnamon?
Probably. Just gotta check to see if they have cinnamon.
Cinnamon is in the roll? Why would you want that in your coffee? It's too big? You couldn't
No,
find it?
cinnamon.
No, little bat.
Pieces.
Check this out. And he will get the cinnamon from you and put a little bit in the coffee, and then pour a little bit of his coffee after he makes it to his taste into a smaller cup for Fisscourth to try.
It smells very good. Am I supposed to drink this like
Yes, it's
like a
coffee.
shot?
No.
Yeah, bottoms
no,
up,
no,
dude.
No. Oh god.
Fist downs it like a shot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's a black cup of coffee with a little bit of cinnamon in it.
No, you're just gonna put
You know that
cinnamon and a little bit of chocolate in hers.
You know that face that Kermit the Frog makes when he's upset? The original puppet and puppeteer? That's what the face that Fist makes, but she doesn't want to insult him. He seems so excited about all this.
You haven't had cinnamon before, have you?
That was unique. A very unique perspective you have, Pascal. Yes,
Discourse, I make your coffee with milk, sugar, and chocolate. That's why it's different.
that's the only way you're supposed to have coffee. May I have more coffee, please? Like that? You want Yuiza way?
She will make everyone's cup of coffee. and hand it out. I'm going to go stand in the garden and get some sunlight if anyone would like to join me.
Oh, I was about to go on a jog, but I'll join you afterwards.
Oh, where are you headed off to, Sulong?
My normal route around town.
He's a morning constitutional.
Ah, yes, a patrol. Very wise. I will join you. Yuiza is bright, and we should enjoy the brightness.
You don't have to if it bothers you.
No, as a member of your colony, someone dear to you, I ought to learn to enjoy the things that you enjoy.
Oh, thank you.
I will join you as well. The brightness does not bother me.
Yeah. Okay, come on, Pascal. You're joining us as well.
I actually have to talk to Arbel, so I will catch y'all in a minute.
Okay.
Does Arabelle know that?
No.
Wonderful.
Careful.
Always. And he will walk upstairs. Apparently, he knows where Arbel's room is. Head straight up there.
Interesting. She's gonna go stand outside with her cup of coffee.
Did anyone tell him where Arabelle's room is?
Nope.
Oh.
No, but we did find them together on the road. So
No, he
I
was
would've-
of Gawain. She was of Gawain.
that's right. They,
Different himbo.
they sound similar to me.
Yeah.
I don't know them.
What, do not sleep with all each other as usual? It's much safer to sleep in numbers.
It is, but usually we have
not what I thought you were referring to. Okay.
we have our own rooms. Usually, people tend to bunk up if they need to pool resources together.
Terrifying, but an interesting cultural insight.
I mean, my sister and I shared a room until we were about teens, but that was only because the farmhouse was kind of small.
Pooling resources. As I said, Fisscourth, I do not mind if you need to share space. It bothers me not. I'm just educating you as to why everything is so different.
Thank you, Arat.
I'm used to people sleeping in the same room together. I'm going to go photosynthesize. Just gonna stand outside.
This will
Follow.
just huddle after with her cup up to her chin and just ask, so Yuiza, I hope this is not too personal of a topic, but yesterday, are you feeling alright? Are you what they called a werebeast?
This is sunlight time, Fisscourth. I appreciate your concern. When we come back inside from sunlight time, we will discuss things, okay?
Yes, of course. I have just heard certain things. A dear friend of mine informed me that after their transformations in much vigorous activity, that werebeasts they're usually quite exhausted. I believe he used the term drained of all their essences after he's done with them. I just wanted to make sure that you were all right.
I do not believe that Yuiza has transformed into a were creature.
She's just gonna sit, look up, close her eyes, and sip her cup of coffee.
I'll mirror that, but Fizz is just gonna tap Arat with a foot to stop talking.
Yeah, and Arat has taken like a cup of coffee as well, and just like you see him like smell it and like take very tiny sips of it.
You don't have to drink it, Arat.
I didn't want to be rude.
I rather you not drink something you don't want to drink.
Sulong's gonna sidle up next to Ara, take the cup, down it, and then hand it back.
Thank you. No, it's nothing to do with your with your technique.
I would like to ask questions too once we're done with sunlight time.
Okay, I will answer then.
Okay, now we're quiet.
Very well.
As you are all having this conversation outside, can I get a round of perception checks from Fisscourth, Yuiza, and Sulong?
Oh wow, that's a 9.
22.
That's a 4. Sulong's hitting the pavement.
Fisscourth and Yuiza, you see a flash of bright blue light from the window of Arabelle's room. And then you hear a door close.
This just kind of like tilts an ear towards it. Do you
This is
think
the
they're
one I
injecting a
opened.
bioluminescent? Up there was some bioluminescence. Did you see that?
I think that was just magic.
There is magic where?
In the magic shop.
They
Arabelle's
usually have.
room.
There was a flash of blue magic from Arabelle's window.
Should we see if she's okay? I mean, I don't think Pascal is a particular danger, but perhaps he put his foot in his mouth and she responded.
I heard the door close, so I think they did whatever they had to do.
She's probably having sun time too.
You hear the steps of someone on the first floor coming down the stairs. And moments later, Pascal comes out and joins you all.
Is there anything noticeably different about him?
Roll perception.
Yeah, I'm fucking wrong perception.
So, what I miss? Are we photosynthesizing little plants?
17.
16.
Yes.
There is not a thing that's different about him, not a hair out of place.
I think we're done photosynthesizing. Usually I stay out longer, but I think today we're gonna cut it short.
What's up, Pascal? What was your business here? I don't mean to be nosy, as they say.
I
but
do. What did you
I'm
do?
just curious.
Oh, I had to deliver something.
With a blue flash of magic?
We thought it might be dangerous.
Oh, no, that wasn't me. That was just something in the room.
Inside check.
Okay.
9, so it doesn't matter.
No.
Okay, I believe you. It's fine.
Big Goofy Himbo is just Big Goofy Himbo.
You are very pretty, Pascal.
Tell that to Galwin. It'll annoy him.
It'd be kind of weird if I just walked up to him and be like, "Oh, you know, Pascal's really pretty."
Oh, no, Farah does it all the time.
Oh.
Take a
Okay.
long sip from my coffee. We were going inside, yes?
Yes, I'll join you, yes.
We need to get the spit together.
Very well, Pascal. We should go look inside the room, make sure it wasn't like another fey creature attacking. What if it was another Jabberjay?
I feel like we'd hear that, and I feel like Arabelle could probably handle herself.
What's
I
a
think it was a really
Jabberjay?
small Jabberjay. That's where I thought you were going.
No, I came out to see you all, and then you just talked like I wasn't here.
Come on, Pascal. Let's go inside.
Okay. Can you redo my braids? This one's kind of loose.
I'll redo your braids. Come on.
So, can I help? I would like to learn this art.
Yes, it might be a little difficult because I usually use most of my digits here, but you have your 2 little hooks. We will figure something out.
Yes.
DM, while they do that, I'm gonna walk away as they're like having a braiding session. I'm just gonna walk away upstairs and just kind of lightly knock on Arabelle's door.
She's actually not in her room by the time you get up there. She is sitting in her little settee area, and I can put you on the map because I don't believe you've been up there before.
But I can hear her when I walk up or smell.
Yeah, she is sitting on the sofa with a book in her hand. You can hear the pages turning, and she. Hi. Can I help you with anything?
Oh, actually, we were wondering the same thing with you. There was a strange light while we were outside. We wanted to make sure that you were okay.
Huh. Oh, you mean when Pascal was up here? Yeah, no, it was nothing.
So, all is good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I do an insight check on her, like
Go for it.
her mood while she's
Yeah.
while she's talking to me? 20 total, plus 8 on that insight.
You know that tone of voice when someone says that they're fine, but they really don't want to tell you anything?
Of course.
Yeah.
So I'll just kind of nod as she like says all that and just go. Should anything ever not be fine, please don't hesitate to talk to myself or any of us. We would be very happy to help.
Oh, I really appreciate it, but I have it handled, I promise. And, who made the coffee this morning? It's really good.
That would be Yuiza. She's taken stewardship of the coffee making.
Wonderful.
Though Pascal added cinnamon.
That's what was different. Well, my compliments to both of them.
Huh? They're downstairs if you wish to give them. But we will see you when you come down.
I'll be down shortly. Do you know if you all are going to the fair or not as guests of the mayor?
I believe we were invited, as you said, as guests of the mayor. So, in my experience, usually that means that we're going whether or not we were considering it.
I mean, you can always say no.
And how will that do for us in town?
Probably fine, since I do have to go with him. However, I'd really appreciate it if you all said yes.
As I said, if things are not fine, you can always come ask us. Yes, we will most likely be there.
Oh, thank goodness. This smile is just too white.
Is it?
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah. Unsettling. Anyways, yes, I will be down there shortly. I just have some more things up here to finish up.
Very well. And I'll just, walk back downstairs to the braiding session.
It's a little difficult with just two, but if you just place this one that way, like put it aside, and then...
It's a lot like tying a net.
Yes! Yes, actually.
Are we going to capture something in his hair?
No, it's just for decoration, really. And also it keeps your hair in place. And while she's saying that, she's just like running her fingers through Pascal's hair, making sure it's all detangled and like making sure it's like nice for a new braid and man bun. It's like, now you do that side, I will do this side, and then we'll compare.
Yeah, I've seen this with the horses. You braid their hair and they sit there happy. I'm not saying that your intelligence is comparable to that of a horse, Pascal, but you both seem to be in a similar state of bliss.
Nay.
Nay.
She's gonna start doing his man bun, the half up, half down, the braids, have Fisscourth help. You look good. You look good, kid.
Can I actually make a roll to see how well I braid?
Go for it. Do a performance check, yeah.
With my 2 little digits.
You got
Anything's
this.
possible.
A 12.
That's
not
not
horrible.
bad.
Okay. It's definitely your first try, but it totally looks like a braid.
That's great. That's amazing for your first try, Fisscourth.
You really think so?
I do.
Look at him. He's such a noble steed.
He is. Oh, you know what he needs? 1 second. And she's gonna go to her bag. She's gonna take out a little like charm, a little wooden charm that she has, and just gonna put it in one of the braids. Ta-da! Amazing.
It's probably about the time they'll come through the door.
Okay.
Now, like if you shake your head, Pascal, the little charm will clack against your horns, and it'll make a sound.
That is... Yeah. And he like starts swinging his head back and forth. That's awesome. That made me a little dizzy, but thank you.
You're welcome. Now, I will need your help, Pascal, to get the spits in order for this pig. Do you think you can help with that?
Yeah. Do you need me to go like buy one, or
can we buy it? How much is one? How much would that be?
I don't know, but like the blacksmith just moved in and like their shop's open now, so like I could probably get one from there, or maybe like the general store.
We're probably going to go out and shop, so we'll go check with the blacksmith when we go out. Yeah.
Yes, we should go out and shop. Arabella has reminded me that we were invited to the festival as guests of the mayor, and she would very much like for us to accompany her with the mayor.
Oh, maybe we should get some new pretty clothes for the festival. Because isn't the clothing shop also, the tailor shop also open? It's right next door, yeah?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, it did.
What? Wait, why are you laughing?
I didn't laugh.
Yes, you did. Yes, you were laughing right now.
I believe that is his default.
Yeah.
What happened with the tailor shop?
Nothing. I went in there and got a shirt. It was fine.
Is the tailor pretty?
Maybe.
Okay. What's their name?
I gotta go. I'll see you later. And he suddenly gets very uncomfortable and leaves in a rush.
Wow, you look redder than usual, Pascal.
What? No, I'm fine. It's fine.
It's like bright red.
Look,
Leave vermilion.
Listen for his heartbeat.
roll perception.
Oh, actually, it's 14, but yeah, no. Not what I thought it was.
He sounds like he's sweating a little bit, but you're not sure if that's nerves or just default Pascal.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll come get you once the pig is done, okay?
Sounds good.
Okay. You go flirt with the tailor.
I'm not gonna go flirt with the tailor.
Again?
Uh,
You buying a shirt? Don't you always want to be shirtless?
I'm leaving now. Bye.
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 Very well.
After he leaves, I'll say to these two, like, Arabelle seemed nervous, but she was very insistent that whatever it was, she had it in hand, so she's okay.
Yeah, I trust her.
Indeed.
This is before she reminded me or asked, almost begged, that we make good on the invitation to accompany.
We can go, yeah.
I wouldn't want to be alone with that man either. His teeth are so pearlescent.
That is
Yeah.
what she said about him, is that he has an uncomfortable smile. Unsettling.
It's unnaturally white. So, like, you know how teeth have this, bone color somewhere
No.
that's a little more. Yeah, well, right, that's true.
Yes, it's true. Look at I have no color whatsoever, but yet I'm pink. And Fist spreads out her wings to emphasize the point. To have
Yes.
no color is to be unnatural.
We, sorry, Arat,
No, it's fine.
But yeah, it's very bright and white and uncomfortable. It's like very, like, wide smile. Like if a predator is
predatory or-
showing... Yeah, kind of like a predator showing off their teeth. But, like,
He
it's
didn't
not-
seem intimidating when we met
He's
him. It
not
seemed like
intimidating. He's just...
seemed fake.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
But either way, we should accompany him and Arabelle. And as you said, perhaps we can find something new at the tailor.
Yeah, and we can go to the blacksmith and get the spit.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, when
yes.
Long comes back, I think there might be some conversations we might have to have.
I believe yes. I talked with Sulong a bit last night when we were preparing the vegetables. So either way, yes.
Okay.
Fist doesn't say anything, but she'll just nervously swallow.
But I am not a were creature, Fisscourth, by the way.
Oh, no, I'm aware of that. If we are laying all our cards out on the table, as I've heard Arat say, we're going to have to become comfortable with many things very quickly in an instant.
You'd be surprised how comfortable I am with a lot of things.
Agreed. I believe many of us are much more comfortable than we appear with most things.
And on that note, what's Sulong up to?
Taking a little lap around town. Saying good morning, everybody.
Yep. You see the shops opening up. Out in front of the tailor shop, there is a young girl with bright teal pigtails and deep tan skin, pulling out one of those sandwich board style signs that has open written on it in chalk in a fancy hand lettering fashion.
He'll say good morning to her. Do you need any help with that?
I mean, like, you could, like, I don't know, just, like, put it over there if you want, I guess.
Yeah, sure. And he'll take the board, prop it open, and leave it to where she indicated.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Did y'all just move in, or... I'm sorry, I'm new around town.
Oh, yeah, my boss and I did. Hi, I'm Connie. I, like, run the front of the shop, and then my boss actually owns it.
Sulong, currently boarding over at the Wan's Want.
Nice. That's the magic shop, right?
Yeah.
Cool. That place seems neat.
Swing by, I'm sure Arbella would love to have you.
Oh, okay. Maybe like after work if they're still open or something.
I'm sure my party and I will probably be there, and so would our Bell. We typically have dinner around closing time. Anyway, I'm rambling. Sorry about that.
I thought your name was Sulong.
Dot. And then it's from Zootopia, Sid the Sloth. Ha! You're funny. I like that.
What?
I'm good. I'm just gonna. Bye. Jog.
And as Connie stares at you in confusion, she goes back in and closes the door behind her. Do you head back to the Wands Want?
Yeah, if this is around the same time that he has completed his lap around town.
Yeah, it can be.
All right. Expedite things.
Yeah, you head into the Wands Want.
Whew. Hey, anybody in here?
We're over in the dining room.
Yeah.
I'm just finishing some breakfast. It's just simple, just like eggs, like scrambled eggs, some toasts, some
Salon stops by the kitchen,
Yeah.
kind of makes a little thing for himself, and then pops into the dining room and starts eating. So I met the people next door, the Taylors. Connie runs the front of the shop, and they just moved in here with their boss.
Pascal
Oh, good.
likes the tailor.
Oh yes, very. He turned many shades of color, so it was fascinating to watch.
Ah.
Very
What
sweaty.
happens to you, Fisscourth, when you see what's her name?
Any lady ever?
Most of
Yeah.
them.
Most of them.
I've spoken
only
about
the
my
one-
albinism at length, and it just so happens to be a quirk. Not that there's no consideration, no correlation whatsoever.
In Fisscourth's defense, it's not every woman. It's only the ones that talk to her.
Hey, you didn't turn pink when I talked to you.
Are you sure?
I think so.
Fisscourth is just doing the Kermit the Frog scowl at Arat. He cannot see, but I am almost certain he can feel its energy radiating.
Oh well, I'm glad that you got to meet them. We were going to be going over a bit later. Arabella asked us / reminded us to join her for the festival, as the mayor invited us.
Mm-hmm. We're going to go get some clothes at the tailor's, and I have to go get a spit from the blacksmith because the whole pig is
Yes.
still in the kitchen.
We're like
Yeah.
the guests of honor to that, aren't we?
Yeah,
I believe so.
I've never been a guest of honor anywhere. If anything, sometimes people don't want me there.
It's a good thing to be a guest of honor. It's not a, flagellation followed by. We'll get to that when we have the conversation that you mentioned, Yuiza, but it's a good thing.
Usually,
Julie?
unless it's a trap, but I don't believe we're in that sort of circumstance right now. So, yes.
Some things aren't so different from home, I suppose.
There's fresh bacon. There you go. That's what I was trying to remember. Sorry.
I think Fist does. Yeah, she eats the bacon in the way that little kids do. She just starts with the really soft, crunchy parts and just goes around the whole strip, just chewing it off while thinking. Before opening her mouth, saying, "What kind of outfits will we need?
I don't know. Something
Will we get
nice.
to see all of them? Yeah, but something nice. Oh, something
that
ceremonial.
makes you feel pretty.
I will need your assistance in this, Yuiza. Actually, I should ask, but in terms of outfits, would you like our help? Or I don't want to be patronizing at all, but
I hadn't really thought about it. I suppose so. I wasn't certain if I was going to go all in with new fancy robes and whatnot, but perhaps yes. That would be very kind. Thank you.
Fancy, but we have a lot of money in the party fund, so I think we can spend some money on something that makes us feel nice and look nice.
That is very fair. I also have more than I usually ever have, from the knife throwing and whatnot.
Same. But yeah, so Sulong, Fizz thought I was a werebeast, and she asked, and then I said I'm not, but we'll talk about later. But I don't know, I feel like there's stuff we all have to talk about, really.
Is there?
I don't know.
I mean, Yuiza has questions. At minimum, I suppose what you and I spoke about yesterday's too long. If there's anything else, though, then we could use the time as well.
We don't have to talk. Y'all can keep your secrets if you want.
No. It's a bit out there now, so no point.
We're all rather entwined into each other now. It's the very least we can do, to be honest, but...
And frankly, the three of you did not run away.
Yes, but that could wait after dresses, right? And pretty things and sparkling.
Do we want to bring down the mood after everything's sparkling, or do we want to lead into it?
Well, no, we have the happiness with the sparkling and the fine things and the raiments, and we don't have to think about it immediately.
It's whatever you all are comfortable with. At this point, I honestly don't mind.
As you say this, there's a humming that comes from the hallway, and Arabelle pokes her head in. Did you say
Arabelle?
Hi? Did you say dresses and pretty things?
Yes, we're going to get new clothes for the festival at the tailor's.
Oh, you're getting clothes? I mean, you don't have to dress up. It's going to be in the middle of the field. Make sure you wear good boots.
Oh, I see. I just heard festival, so
Maybe we'll get something just small and nice for the festival. And if you all want to buy more things, you can anyway. Just because
You will want to wear
Really
something
makes-
Yeah. Go ahead.
I think surely they make small things.
I'd recommend not getting new boots so close to the festival. You'd have to break those in pretty quick.
Fair.
You have to
I meant more of decor.
You might want new things for the dinner afterwards with the mayor, though.
there's a dinner with the mayor?
Yeah.
And what happens if someone were to suddenly get sick before said dinner and have to excuse themselves?
We can't
Because
all
they
excuse ourselves.
Do not like the mayor because his teeth are far too pearlescent to be
They're too
natural.
white.
And I'd have to
Everybody
eat dinner with
seems
him
to-
alone.
What if you got sick with us?
I can only fake getting sick so many times in a row.
I'm not going to leave Arabelle alone.
We can't leave a comrade to the whims of the... What is the word? Bourgeoisie.
Tell you what, you can all sit so that you're facing each other. You can all sit so you're facing each other, and put me facing him. It won't bother me.
That's right.
Oh, none of you will have to face him. Yeah, but he'll be at one end of the table, and I'll be at the other end as the other head of the table.
Well, then you can put me next to him.
Question, Arabelle. Are you like fake dating him?
Yes.
Why?
Lower taxes.
I don't blame you.
You know what? That's fair.
Yeah, he lets a few things slide on this place, and,
There is no ethical consumption under this system, so therefore we must exploit it as we can as survivors under it.
I suppose it doesn't matter either way, but is he aware of this particular arrangement, or does he think that this is something true and real?
he still lets me get away with a lot of things financially, so I think he's okay with it. He's not too bright.
Okay, so
It's
he
old. It's
probably
like, yeah. His
buys into
positions,
this.
yeah. His position is just an old, basically inherited family position. So,
Nepotism. I got it.
yeah.
I was more curious if he was fully invested in believing in your feelings for him, but I mean, either way.
Oh no, he is very invested in that. He is very
Yes.
persistent in that as well. It's fine.
You want some bacon?
Sulong looks at the bacon, looks at the piece of bacon he has in his hand. Then this look of realization comes over his face and he slams his hands on the table. The meat! And he
What?
quickly runs out the room and up to his room. Comes back down holding his bag that was just full of meat that they bought the day before.
Oh, too long. You might want to just throw the whole bag out.
Yeah.
We could compost it, perhaps. Feed some mealy worms.
That or dry it and cook it very heavily to jerky so that we don't have to worry as much about what may be wrong with it.
Rebel, do you have a compost pile?
It's out back.
Just nodding his head, he will dejectedly walk out the door.
We'll get you more.
It wasn't for me, it was for the monster.
As you go out the back door, roll a perception check for me.
12?
Okay. As you head out the back, you're not sure exactly what direction it's coming from, but you hear the stampede of many hooves.
Just quickly head over to the compost pile, dump the contents of his bag, and just reverse it.
Mhm.
And then he'll just leave it somewhere to just air out real quick.
Okay.
Come back in. Hey, something's coming, he'll say as he heads back into the dining room.
What?
Sorry?
Like hooves.
Everyone roll perception. It's a little bit quieter since y'all are indoors.
16.
Okay.
9.
22.
Okay. Arat, you feel as well as start to hear this due to your senses. Fisscourth, now that you know what you're listening for, you definitely hear this. There is the stampede of a large pack of hooved animals inbound.
Question, DM. Does this growing sound of cacophony sound similar or different to my premonition?
Different.
Okay, so less worried but more confused. That may be a problem if there's so many of them.
Can I look outside the window?
You can.
Roll
another perception
a roving
check.
gang of horses.
Fine. It's worse.
Roll again with your physical dice.
It's the wrong window.
It's the wrong window. It's like, oh, just give me a second. This is the wrong
We'll
window.
say that this is rolling with advantage.
The window looking right next to the wall of the tailor shop.
What was it?
So you know how I rolled a 2 here?
Did you roll 2 again?
No, I rolled a 1.
Oh, sweet bean.
Yuiza does not see it.
Yeah, the
I-
wall's in your way. You can only see so far in either direction.
I don't see anything, guys. I don't know.
But let's
I,
go outside and see.
Okay.
I suppose so, yes. And as we go outside, I'm gonna pick up my deck and move my hand over it, and again, 3 of them are gonna turn for my fate hand.
Okay. You all head outside. And once you get past the door, it's definitely louder. You can definitely hear that coming from outside of town. There is something on its way. And you see a dust cloud on the road moving towards you. And as it gets closer, you see a massive pack of goats charging into town.
Do they usually do that?
I don't know. Maybe. Alright, well, do goats usually pass through town?
I'm sorry, what?
There's goats.
What? Oh!
A swarm of them.
They're coming through town. I think someone lost their goats.
Is this something that we should put a stop to, or I don't know anything about this? Anybody?
I don't know. I mean, I would go in and try and help, but I don't feel like getting run over by a herd of goats today, you know?
Perhaps they're here visiting.
And perhaps if they get closer, any of you could tell me if there's somebody herding them, or if they're just run rampant.
Everybody roll a perception check with advantage, as they are now very close, maybe 40 yards away, and closing in faster.
21, actually.
21?
14.
14?
15.
Okay.
No, sorry, 12.
They're all You all see, and Arat, you hear the tone of these sheep. They're running from something as though they're scared, but you don't see anything with them.
There's lots of goats.
Are they coming in our direction, down
They
our
are coming
street?
right down the center of the street. There are
Okay.
shop owners now coming out to see what all of the commotion in the road is. You see a seller with their fruit stall trying frantically to pull baskets of produce out of the way of the oncoming sheep herd, or the goat herd.
Before they get here, tell me if I should do something or not.
No, I don't want you to hurt the goats, but we should
I'm not gonna hurt them.
Okay, hey Sulong, can you help the fruit seller?
Yep. He'll hop the fence and run over to the fruit seller and begin to quickly grab
Okay.
stuff.
Okay, roll me a dexterity save.
Is this against an effect that I can see while not blinded, Devin?
No, this is to see if you can save the fruit with this fruit seller.
It's a 15.
15? Okay. I'm going to say that is plenty. You are able to get the fruit that would be trampled up in time. Do you all go and check any of the other shops?
Yes, actually, Fizz will go over to assess. She just has her wings spread out, like in a kind of way to like see if maybe she could scare any goats off by hurting
Okay.
them.
Go ahead and roll me intimidation.
Oh boy. Fear me, pachyderms.
Long and the fruit seller are pressed up against the wall. Sulong
Yeah.
turns his head. How you doing?
Connie is trying to get the sandwich board sign that she made out of the way.
I'll help her because it's right next to the shop.
Okay.
So I'll go help her with the sign.
That's
Okay.
a dirty, nasty 20.
Dirty Nasty 20. Yeah. And Yuiza, roll me a dex check as well.
16.
Perfect. And Arat, do you want to do anything with your cards or abilities?
I do, because
Okay.
like everybody's like, no, don't. Everybody's like, no, and they're not certain. But now hearing all like the commotion behind me as well as in front of me, I just kind of go. I'm gonna walk out into the middle of the road and pull from my fate deck the one of plants.
Okay.
So I just pull it out, slap it straight onto the ground, and 30 feet forward is rough terrain and snared plants. So basically letting these things run into it, they have to make a strength saving throw or they just get like caught up and stopped. No
Perfect.
damage, just don't move.
So here's what we're gonna say happens. Now that I know what everyone's doing. With all your rolls, Sulong, you help the fruit seller get their wares out of the way. Yuiza, you get both the sign and Connie back against the wall of the shop so that both she and the sign are safe, as well as you. Fisscourth, between you looking like a big scary monster that's about to eat them with your wings stretched out wide. They've never seen you before. They don't know what you are. You could be a dragon. And these tangles of vines and weeds that are growing up to ensnare them, they start slowing down. And as they get into this vegetation, they start more milling about the area instead. And as goats are wont to do, they begin eating the magical plants and vines. And you now just have a herd of goats blocking the road, but they are no longer stampeding.
Jeez. Are you
Awesome.
okay, miss? She'll say to Connie.
Yeah, like, are those your goats?
No, they're not.
You can like put me down now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here you go.
Yeah, thanks.
Has this happened before?
What the hell?
No, it's cool. It's cool. It's just I have like this thing about like touching.
Oh, I apologize. I was
It's
just...
no, I mean I'd rather you like touch me than me get trampled, but it's just like prolonged and I
get it.
thanks.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. She'll obviously let her go and
Mhm.
put the sign back.
The plants are going to be there for a minute, so they'll be magically regenerating for a minute while they eat them. But I'm going to
They're
walk.
happy.
I'm gonna walk past them because it sounded like they were scared of something. I'm gonna just listen/feel in to see if something is coming behind them.
All right. Roll perception for me.
It's another 21.
You don't hear anything. or feel anything.
After like probably about a minute of that, the plants sort of start dying off as they eat them down, and I just stand up and go, I don't hear anything pursuing them. I don't know why they acted like this.
They ran in so frantically.
Can I go to the goats and check if they have any sort of like tags or like anything that identifies them as like a herder's flock?
Yep, go ahead.
Okay, let me roll investigation. I don't know why I rolled that. That's not a d20. Investigation. I'm got +0, so that's an 11.
That's fine. You just need to roll a 10. They do all have painted onto their sign, because you don't brand goats, you paint on them. They all have a symbol painted on to their side. It kind of looks like a triangle with like a couple dots on one of the sides.
Okay. Hey buddies, how are you all doing? And she'll pet them. Yes.
Is that a goat sound? I think that's a goat sound.
I don't know. There you go.
Listen, Didier can confirm that sounds like a goat. So,
did anybody lose goats?
True, is this... Yuiza, why? Do they have geometric patterns on them normally?
Those are to brand, like, to like mark them as someone's herd. Does that look like a not common, because I know each farmer has a different symbol, but like it looks like the type of symbol that farmers would put on like some strange
and you see that they all have this same marking on them, and it's just painted on. It's not anything that would harm them. Probably done with like a vegetable based dye or some sort. But at all the commotion, the butcher comes out and goes, "Oh, is that old Ted's herd?"
It's the triangle with the dots.
Yeah, that's they're supposed to be up in the western pasture this time of year.
They just came running through town. Do you know where old Ted is?
Well, if you go down yonder that way, past the main area, and then you go and make a left at the stump towards the end. Follow that all the way down to the creek. That's old Ted's place.
Okay. Can
Big
I
red barn.
these goats myself? I'm gonna try to herd these goats.
Okay.
Just run around them like a dog.
This will see an assist.
Okay. Roll intimidation with advantage.
Okay.
Intimidation or animal handling.
Oh, thank God for that advantage.
Sulong sees this happening, turns to the fruit seller, gives them a gold piece, and picks up a bushel of fruit.
22.
22. Okay. You definitely start to corral them.
Yeah, kind of motion them towards where old Ted's place is.
Yeah, you get them moving in a direction that you want them to go.
Okay, now, Sulong, you're going to bring up the back. Biz, you're going to bring out the left. And Arat, you're going to sit here on the right. I mean, stand. And we're gonna walk. And we're gonna herd them over to old Ted's place.
Burn them to their father, Ted. Come along now, goats, or I will bite you.
Oh, don't say that. Actually, Sulong, go to the back. Fisscourth, you're to the side. Fisscourth, you're in the back with... You got the big wings.
I'll spread them out and just start snapping my teeth at them.
Okay.
Sulong's gonna, if any of the goats straggle, tempt them with some fruit back into the herd.
I'm just gonna keep hands on them.
Yeah. Sulong, the goats find out that you have food.
Damn it.
All they want is that fruit. It is so tasty.
He'll hold it above his head and start wading through the goats.
Nah.
Yuiza will trade places with him. Go to the side.
Occasionally, he'll tip the basket back and let a little bit spill out so the goats yum 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 yum.
Can I get a group animal handling check as you all try to move these animals?
We all roll or
All
one
of
for
you.
the group?
This is a group
All right.
check.
10. Wait, no, 11.
Okay.
The dirtiest of 20s.
Okay.
The most natural of 20s. It's Maybelline, baby.
Nice.
Sweet, sweet 17.
Awesome. That is more than the collective DC that I set for y'all. So you are able to herd these sheep, or not these sheep, goats, through town and out into the more countryside part of the village, towards old Ted's place. And you come across a farm, a little dilapidated. The fence has seen better days. But you can clearly see as you travel down the portion of the road that veers off into Old Ted's property towards the barn that part of the fencing was broken. And you can see where many hooves passed through that area.
Should probably help old Ted. This farm needs a little bit of work.
Perhaps we should see if old Ted is okay, considering
Yeah.
the state of the goats in the first place.
Yes, and return these prisoners.
I can tend to the goats from here if y'all want to head up to the farmhouse.
Okay.
Sure.
If you at least get the fencing back up, they should at least stay for now with you.
I can do that.
Yeah.
I was born to do this.
Quite
Quite literally, in fact. My family owns a farm.
No, that's fair. Yuiza's going to like nudge Arat with her elbow if he wants to like grab it to follow where the door is.
I'll take it, yeah.
And lead him and I'm assuming Fizz is coming with to the front door and just knock.
You knock,
Hello?
and there's no response. The paint on the door is old and chipping away, and the wood-sided building has, like the fence, seen better days. There are pieces where, between where there would have been mudding between the planks, it has chipped away, and it's probably a little bit drafty in the colder months. One of the windows has lost its glass, and there is just what appears to be a pillowcase that is put up over that part of the window in its place.
Is the door open or is it locked?
Investigate the door.
Yeah, I'll investigate the door. It's a 9. Just 9, straight up 9. That's all I got.
That's fine. Yeah, the door's unlocked.
Okay. She will open it and just be like, Old Ted, hello.
Huh? Mabel? Is that
No. Oh god, no, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to startle you. Are you alright?
you? Mabel, honey! Breakfast is ready!
Oh no, I'm not Mabel.
Mabel, come in here and get your oats. I made them just the way you like them.
Oh, he has oats. Hello, Mr. Old Ted? Yes, we are not Mabel. I'm Fisscourth, and this is Yuiza, and this is Arat. Your goats, they escaped, ran off. Prisoners, freed.
Do you go into the house?
Yuiza will go into the house. Yeah, kind of looking for Old Ted.
You
I'm holding her,
edge.
I'm holding her arm, so I'm like between Fisscourth and Yuiza.
Mm-hmm.
Arat, the floors are very uneven and rickety, and they creak a lot with age. And as you all walk through the house, you see an ill-kept farmhouse. There are stacks of paper all over the place, bowls that have been left unattended after meals, and a thick layer of dust covers quite a bit of the furnishings. And in the back of the house, you see a old gentleman, probably in his late 80s, human. Oh, Mabel, you brought a friend with you. Come on, dear, sit down to dinner. It's gonna get cold. Dad made it just the way you like it. Come on, honey.
Oh, I'm not Mabel.
Come on. Oh, you just have the best sense of humor, Pumpkin. Come on, sit on down. And this gentleman takes you, Yuiza, by the elbow and sits you to the table and puts a bowl of breakfast oats with fruit in front of you.
Thank you.
Sir, we found your goats away from the farm in town, and we brought them back for you.
Oh, you're here about the goats? They're great goats. Yes. Yeah.
They're very good goats. Our friend is tending to them outside.
This will stumble in. They escaped. They were running about. Amok. Chaos. Cacophony.
Oh, are you here to tend the goats, too? Wonderful. I knew my Mabel would bring back farmhands to help us out. And he pats you on the shoulder, Yuiza.
Yuiza's just looking at the group like, I don't know what to do.
This just mouths play along. And where did you send Mabel from to exactly? We just happened to be in town, but where did you send her? Yes.
Oh, into the village. Yep. She was sent into the village.
How long ago did you send me, Dad?
You went before breakfast. Yep. You did remember to feed the goats before you left, right? Your chores are important.
Yes, I did. What year is it, Dad?
And he will give you a year. And the year he gives you is about 10 years previous. Everyone in the house, roll a perception check for me.
7.
7?
I was going to ask if I could roll an insight check to see...
You could roll insight.
22.
22? 4. Okay.
That's a 16 on insight, but it's a 7 on perception.
Okay. Insight works as well. Fisscourth and Yuiza, you are looking around, and from your vantage points, you see that they're amongst the clutter in the kitchen. You're not quite sure how he managed to cook this breakfast. But you see on the walls the story of a family. You see a gentleman and his wife and their young daughter in the first portrait. And there is a series of portraits that have been made after of this family as the couple grows older and their daughter grows up. And one of the final portraits is, there are two. The first one is of the gentleman and his daughter together. The wife is no longer in the image. And the second one, the very last one, it is a image of a young woman who we assume to be the daughter in a white dress with a veil, standing next to another man. And there are no portraits after it. Arat, you have been in a lot of temples, and you have met a lot of people. Some in the prime of their life, many seeking assistance and care for the end of their life. And as you all look around with your perception checks and the context clues that are within this room, and are at what you are inferring based on the interaction of this gentleman with your friends, you all believe that he should not be living on his own anymore.
Ted, is it? Mabel actually brought us here because she was hoping that we could help you, not tend to the farm, but perhaps some better accommodations. The village is very nice this time at this point, and there is space for you, your things, your goats.
My goats can come? Oh, they love the village.
They most certainly do.
Yes, Dad. I wanted them to come and help us move things so that we can move into the village to better accommodate you.
Oh. Okay, can I take my guitar?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Okay. What about the tractor?
We will try and find a place for the tractor, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
As she's talking, I'm going to get up and go to Fisscourth and say, I don't know how fast you can fly, but perhaps you should tell our friends at the Wardens about the circumstance before we bring everything over that way.
Oh, yes. I'll do that as quickly as I can, and Fiss will just out the window with a running leap. Start flying back to the Wardens to let them know, hey, we've got a guy, a very senile old man, and his goat children.
You fly in, and Toby is just settling into his office for the morning. But he will dispatch, let me see who's available. Amelie, Nizmat, and Helena to come and assist you all.
While that's happening, Yuiza's just going to be, Dad, other friends are going to come by to help us move some stuff, okay?
Oh, you're always such a little sweet girl, making so many friends.
What does his daughter look like in the portraits?
She is a, let's see, in the final portrait, she looks to be probably around your age. She has his tan skin with a mop of bright red hair and a smattering of very dark freckles across the bridge of her nose and bright blue eyes.
Okay. You're just gonna take him, have him sit down. It's like, what's on the docket for today, Dad? What are we doing today? And just start cleaning up a little bit and like putting things together to be taken away as she's talking with him.
Yeah. He will give you the report of the farm. He asks you if you completed all your chores, taking care of the goats,
Yes.
making sure that they were fed, making sure that they move to the far pasture because it is time to move them out. And that later that day, you were all going to go into town to do the shopping for the day. And it seems like he is describing what would probably be a very mundane, typical farm day.
Yeah, she's just doing this while Fisscourth's on her way and hopefully coming back with help. And she'll go to Arat. Arat, can you tell Sulan what's happening, please? I'll take care of him.
I was going to let him know that we're going to be moving the goats back again, yes. Everything is fine here?
Yeah, I'll take care of him.
Okay. And I'll get up and make my way towards the door.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. Sulong,
Yes.
as you are outside with these goats, they appear to be well cared for, but the pen is in disarray, and there are boards that you think, based on your knowledge of farm animals, they should have been replaced months ago. This was an accident just waiting to happen. But all right, you are able to go outside to where you all left off Sulong.
I'll just walk until I find him and stand in front of him. Go, we're actually going to be bringing the goats back to town along with Mr. Ted and his belongings. He should not be by himself out here.
Sulong is currently just like 2 hands underneath a goat head, giving it like the good old scritches. Yeah, judging from how the pen looks, it's not great.
Fisscourth flew ahead to get the wardens to assist us in relocating him.
That's good.
Yuiza is, or should I say Mabel, as he believes she is taking care of him inside.
Noted. Anything I can do?
I suppose the goats will need to be, again, brought back again, but we'll have some more help. I don't know what a tractor is, but apparently he wants to bring it.
Browns. Old man has a tractor out here?
Allegedly. I'm hesitant to believe some of his perceptions on things, but if we take him at his word, then there's a tractor, whatever. What is a tractor?
It's a machine, essentially, used for farming, hauling, that sort of thing. He'll look towards, like, the barn area where he knows that this sort of equipment's been stored. Could you make sure these kids don't get into any trouble?
I will do my best.
Just a small, like, headbutt, and then Sulung stands up and heads towards the barn.
There's a goat that starts chewing at your shirt tails, Arat.
Kind of take by the little horn and just like rock it back and forth.
You go out to the barn and you see a rather rusty and rudimentary tractor. It is attached to the, this is not a tractor in what we think of in the modern sense. This is a basically mechanical piece that is hooked onto the back of a small cart, which would then be pulled. But you don't think that this would likely be something that could be stored in town. It's rather large, even though it's not the size. It's about, in total, it's about the size of like a covered wagon.
Got it.
But you are all able to assess the situation and do a little bit of cleanup. And not long after, Fisscourth, you and the wardens are able to arrive on the scene. And Nismat actually is the one who takes charge. And she comes into the house and finds you. And she goes, "What all is he asking to bring?"
The goats, his guitar, and tractor. I don't know if the tractor will fit, but I assume his guitar could at least go, and maybe another farmer could take care of the goats.
Split the herd? We should be able to find someone to take care of the goats. I'll go and talk to a few people afterwards. And she will turn and, Mr. Ted? Hi, how are ya? And Nismat moves with this gentleman like someone who is well practiced in taking care of others. And you watch as she pulls off a bedside manner that is so comforting. And she will take him by the arm and reassure him that everything will be taken care of and that Mabel has everything well underhand. The other two wardens go upstairs into the farmhouse and come back down with a couple baskets of his clothing, a blanket, his pillow, and some personal items. And Farah says, sometimes, as wardens, this is the part of the job that's a little difficult when there's no one, when the city's not established enough to help people. I hope you're all okay, but we should be able to lead him back from here if you want to go.
Where are you taking him?
To the temple.
Okay.
We'll check on him from time to time there, but as grouchy as she can be, Rose Ressa is actually really good with the elderly folk in town. It's kind of why she was brought here to assist Duval.
All right. I think I'll go visit him later, okay? Make sure he's all right. He right now thinks I'm his daughter. So even if it's not true, maybe it'll bring some comfort.
That can happen sometimes. Yeah. But yeah, I'll let Rose Ressa know that you'll be stopping by. Okay, Nismat, I think we have everything that we need. And Nismat will lead him out of the house, and they will start their journey back to town.
Before they leave, she's going to be like, okay, Dad, my friends are going to take you. I'm going to finish some chores around the house, and I'll go see you later today, okay?
Oh, you do that, honey. And don't you believe anything that they say. That nice young man, he's gonna come back and he's gonna ask for your hand. I believe it. Don't you get down on yourself, okay? You're still my little peanut head. And he boops you on the forehead with his finger.
She smiles and gives him a hug. Thank you, Dad. And lets him go.
And he heads out. Where do y'all head next?
With the goats until someone gets me.
She'll go get Arat with the goats.
Okay.
Well, are you quite alright, Yuiza? But that seemed rather grim. All that pretending and whatnot.
It's alright. I mean, it happens. It's better to pretend with him right now. I mean, I've seen a lot of people in the later stages of life in my community. And unfortunately, some of them just don't have family to take care of them. I don't know if this Mabel is... Maybe she moved out, or she's maybe not even around alive anymore. I'm not sure.
Might be worth reaching out once he's settled in the temple. Maybe ask if there's any contact.
I wonder if this town keeps a registry of people who come in and out of town.
Maybe. I mean, I haven't seen her around town. I don't know. He thinks it's 10 years ago, and I don't think the village was here 10 years ago.
Well, they all seem to know who he is, so perhaps they know a little bit of the history.
He might know about his daughter. He told them where she went. He might be able to find her and update her about her dad.
She deserves to know.
If my dad was in that condition and I had been gone, I had to run back. I'd like to know.
Absolutely.
We'll do what we can then.
Records? Yes.
And perhaps he might, yes.
Let's head back to town, yeah?
Yes.
I think someone's gonna come get the goats in a bit.
Good. And I'll just kind of like tap as many goats on the horn as I can as I'm led out of the herd and sit with the group.
As they move away from the herd, there is just like a couple of apples that get passed around the group. Sulong saved some.
Well, yeah, there's, we should go get a spit before we settle back into the once want.
Yes, we were talking about doing uplifting things. I think now is as good a time as any.
Yeah, maybe visit that. Well, we can get the spit and then visit the tailor back, get some nice clothes for that dinner.
Oh, if you needed a spit, all you had to do was ask.
You have one? This immediately ducks.
Yuiza does a little... I don't like that one. Don't like that joke.
I've been working on my material for the festival.
Well, you need to keep working on it.
Gee, thanks.
You're welcome. I'm your friend, so I'm only being honest.
I thought you were Yuiza.
I'm going to punch you in the stomach.
You gotta catch me first.
Is it really smart to antagonize the person that cooks your food almost every day? Makes your coffee.
I'd be careful, Sulong. She could put cinnamon in it.
No, she would never.
Maybe one day your coffee will taste like almonds. Who knows?
We should really discuss, do we have any allergies amongst the group? I know we've been cooking for each other, but we never really discussed any dietary restrictions or like allergies or that sort of thing. I can't drink milk.
Hey, DM.
Yeah?
Am I allergic to any metals?
Yeah. You would know that you are very much allergic to silver and iron.
Food-wise, not really. Some metals make me itchy, though. I'll start burning.
Oh, very understandable. So would you prefer your things be cooked over a fire, then? Just in case?
Oh, as long as it's not silver or iron, really. I mean, I guess iron pots are a thing. So far, it's been fine, really. You guys should definitely handle the spit, though. Not me. I've been cooking everything with, like, an oven mitt.
Oh, protective gear. But don't worry, we'll handle the spit, shall we?
Okay.
Yes. Yes, I think Fisscourth and I have similar dietary restrictions, but yes.
I was going to ask a question. So if I cook and then I add like blood to it, does that make it better, or do you just not eat at all?
No, I've never had anything undiluted.
I can eat. It's just that most everything kind of tastes ashy at this point. Like I said, it's nothing to do with any technique. It's I'm not enjoying it the way that it should be.
Can I ask why you have a similar dietary restriction to Fizz?
Okay.
You don't have to answer it. I'm not
No,
going to force you.
This was the conversation that we were going to have later, so you can have it on the walk back. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That is because I am not quite human anymore.
Oh.
Or maybe I'm. To be honest, it's been such a long time. I'm not entirely certain if I was human at the start of it, but I know that I know that this was not a permanent state of things.
Alright. Someone do this to you? Or did you choose this?
No, it was done to me, very, very long ago. But they then helped me navigate things, become more familiar with how to function like this. Helped me learn how to not always have to feed on blood. I adapted.
What do you feed on if it's not blood, if I may ask?
He'll turn his head like towards where he knows Fisscourth is, and just kind of shrug and take off the little hand thing. And I described it to Fisscourth last time, but there's an opening across his hand. It looked as if his hand was cut open, but it's filled with what I would describe as like baleen, like what a blue whale has to filter. So dreams, actually.
Dreams.
But it's not as nourishing. I tend to have to interact with a lot of people on a regular basis for that.
Huh.
Long puts a hand on Arat's shoulder. You know, I wasn't really quite following the conversation. For a while, I was gonna say that just because you're blind doesn't make you any less of a person. But now I get it. I get it now.
We weren't talking about the...
I know this now, Yuiza.
No, that bit has been my entire life before this and after. But yes,
it's not quite like a food allergy, but I'm really bad at subtext.
We'll be more clear then.
Thank you.
And I apologize for not being upfront about it at the beginning. Most people, it's hard to gauge reactions from people. Some people are more worldly than others. Some people are terrified at the concept.
This is just being very quiet. Man, sure is good to be open about things.
Well, my moms always said people will share what people want to share when they want to share it. So don't be a prat. Paraphrasing.
Fair. Yes.
I come from a family that's made up of like weird people and have come from all walks of life. And first of all, thank you for being honest. I really appreciate it. And second of all, I'm not one to judge for what you are. Your actions have shown me who you are.
Thank you.
She will give him a hug.
It's like you just kind of lean into it and gesture towards Fisscourth. Fisscourth kind of figured it out a few days ago. but it's good to have it more out in the open now. Though I apologize that it had to be out in the open in the middle of combats, but I suppose it's for the best.
Yeah, you guys just kind of like dug your teeth into that. That was crazy. And a little hot, I'm not going to lie.
Honestly, yeah.
Thank you. Well, thank you both. I appreciate that.
Oh, you're too kind, truly. We will have a very long discussion about all our things, and I hope this spirit of camaraderie continues.
Yes. Oh, and I guess I suppose to answer to the inevitable question, because of sunlight, no, I'm not specifically a vampire, sort of a middle stage.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking that because I didn't know, like, how many, because, like, Fizz drinks blood. So, like, I didn't know what else drank blood. And also memories and dreams, so I don't.
I come from vampires, but no, the folk over in Mount Nagrand, I was educated with the word Damphir, and that's
okay.
sort of the middle stage, and that is me.
Well, you are great.
Thank you.
Shall we get that spit, everyone? Not the
Yes,
one that Sulan was talking about.
Nice.
Yes, let's.
Spit and clothes and whatnot. And yes. And yeah, he'll continue to walk with the group. He actually is going to put a hand on specifically Fisscourth's shoulder as they walk to be guided.
I once had a dream that I was being chased by a clown. Does that do anything for you?
And on that note, that is where we're going to go to break. And our party will be walking into the blacksmith shop as we return. So don't go nowhere unless it's to grab a drink, grab a friend, or go to patreon.com/thehypegoblin and leave us some questions for the after show, either there or in our Discord server. Bye! Okay, so now that I tugged at everybody's heartstrings, it's time to get into something a little hotter. But first, before we enter the blacksmith shop, which is 20 degrees warmer than everywhere else in town, fun fact, we're going to do a little ad spot for Weirdworks because they were kind enough to sponsor 4 episodes of our game. And we'd like to let you know that Weirdworks is a small TTRPG business crafting unique TTRPG-themed items featuring the art of designer and illustrator Brenda Ho and developer and writer Tom Denick. After the success of their first Kickstarter for the Adventurer's Tarot deck, they have successfully funded another Kickstarter for their new Eldritch Overload Tarot deck, which puts a cyberpunk twist on a standard tarot spread. You can use code HYPE to get $5 off of any purchase of $40 or more. And in our game, Zach has been playing the Wild Oracle, which we got to see some of that early in game today, which was pretty cool. It's a 5e custom class written to work in conjunction with the Adventurer's Tarot. Their original deck comes with several alternate uses for both players and GMs. So if a custom 5e class isn't your jam, you can also use them to randomly pull weird weather effects using the Weird Weather PDF, or you can use it as the deck of many things. Maybe you want to gift one of these to one of your players. It makes a really nice stocking stuffer, fits in there just perfectly. Pick up one today for yourself or for a friend. But right now, we are going to go into the second tarot reading. No, oh my God, there's a cat on the screen. I swear I'm a professional, honestly. I don't get distracted by cute animals. Zach,
Little void.
who was the question from today?
Today's reading is for Fisscourth.
Fisscourth, what did you ask?
Oh boy, I actually do not remember what I asked because tism brain.
That's okay, because I do.
Perfect. What was the
I
question?
remember, and it was surprisingly relevant to the conversation we left off on. Fisscourth was wondering, can one overcome their nature, even if it is the most despicable sort? Her reading today, we start with the Celestial. Celestial represents radiance and ego, and it suggests that you harness your power and spread your wings to be who you want to be. So the first step of this is accepting who you are and pushing yourself towards who you want to be. The second card is the Wild Oracle card. Wild Oracle is destiny and or luck. It suggests accepting your fate, accepting where you are, not necessarily leaving things to chance. So build yourself towards who you want to be and accept where you are at this point, which also means, if we're going from the most despicable sort and nature, accept who you were as you build to where you are now. And our last card is, the one we saw earlier, which is plants. Plants are for growth and death. New insight and experience will be ahead of you to confront as you build who you are with your harnessing your power. Learn from this new insight, learn from this new experience, whether it's good or bad. So, can one overcome their nature even if it is of the most despicable sort? I would say yes, but you'll have to build who you want to be first and accept where you came from.
I'm crying. I'm doing my best not to cry because I want my makeup to run, but wow, that actually was very heartfelt and deep. Oh my god.
Today's just the crying episode, everybody. It's fine. I have a question for Fisscourth, though. If you're despicable, do you come with minions?
Bye.
Banana! Y'all, let's go ahead and hop back into game. You are all standing outside a large brick building. Off to the side, you can hear someone hammering away against anvil. There's the hiss of steam, and you can feel the heat coming off of this building. It's set a little bit away from the rest of town. And there is a large, nicely crafted wood and iron door in front of you.
Give it the old rap-a-tap-tap, see if anyone...
I was just going to go in. Oh, fuck.
This is polite. She's a bat, and she has more manners.
In already. Hello?
You walk in and you see a room with a finely crafted interior of the same masonry and a long wooden counter that wraps around along the walls behind, wrapping around in the back corner. You see pieces of armor and helmets, weaponry on display. Shields are stacked against the wall under a window, and there is a rack of weapons already made available for sale. And in front of that rack stands a goblin who turns around and says, "Hi! Did you come in to buy something today? My name's Beetle, and I'll be happy to assist you."
Beetle, my name is Yuiza. I came in today seeing if maybe I could buy a spit from you guys. Like, if you guys could make me one. I have a whole pig to roast.
Oh yeah, we brought some in with us when we traveled because, people in the town, when it's being built up, they always need cooking supplies, so we made a whole bunch before we even moved in. Do you just need one?
I just need one, but I would love to check out if you guys have daggers.
Yeah, we have daggers, and if the weapon rack that is behind her, if you right-click on that, you can actually pull up the inventory of the shop.
Oh, I can't afford that. I can't afford any of this.
But yes, there are common items, and then the weaponry that you see there is going to be the specific items as well. But it will be about 10 gold pieces for the roasting spit.
Yeah, we can do that. Oh god, I want these daggers so bad. I can't afford
That'll be
them.
something to build up to.
Yeah. Here. You said how many? How much?
10 gold.
Oh yeah, I can definitely. Here you go. Here's 10 gold. Wow, your daggers are amazing.
Oh, thanks. Do you want those kind, or do you just want a basic one? A basic one is much cheaper, but these ones are the ones that we all had enchanted and made before we came here. My sister does the
Oh.
enchanting.
That's amazing. I think I'm going to have to save up for those. Unfortunately, but I really want them because they look so beautiful, and
Which ones are you interested in, honey?
well, honestly, the spider bite daggers. I think that's what she's like trying to squint. I think that's what that says.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, those are very, very nice. My sister does a really good job with those. She's crafted quite a few of them. They take a very long time, but once she gets the enchantment down right and the crafting, they're so good in combat. We've sold 2 pairs. It's great.
Oh, that's amazing. No, I'm definitely going to save up for those. I think those are going to be my new dream weapon for now.
We're gonna have to take on a couple of jobs for that, given
I'm
the
taking
price
on
tag.
a lot of jobs. I will get those weapons. I will get those daggers. Do not test me.
You use actual spiders in them?
And as
That was too long, by the way. Not beetle.
and as you say that, another goblin girl comes out. She
so
has
cute.
long, dark, black hair that is split down the middle, and the other half is bleached near perfect white. She is wearing a similar outfit to her sister, but it is the top is pulled off the shoulder and worn lower. And she goes, "Oh, we got customers? Oh, hi. Y'all checking out our wares? Did you see the snake bites? Those are my favorite. They go with my snake bites." And she points, and she has her lips pierced with snake bites.
That I was just looking at them. I'm going to have to save up for them, but that is the next big purchase I am making because they look amazing.
I'll lean towards the voice that came in and go, I'm sorry, did you say that you've been bit?
Oh, no, that's what my piercings are called, honey.
Oh, you...
Got piercings like right underneath her lower lip, one on each
Oh, is that-
side.
I apologize, I'm not familiar with that. I didn't know they had a name.
I'm struggling in bisexual right now.
Oh, here you go, honey. You can feel them. And Arat, she will hop up on a stool and reach across the counter to take your hand and just put your hand right on her lower lip. See, right here,
okay.
right here.
God, I wish that were me.
The party panics in bisexual.
Thank you. Do you mind if I... Actually, this is how I get a sense of who I'm talking to. Do you mind?
Oh, do I mind? No, I don't mind it. Oh, hang on, honey. And she will climb up onto the counter and she will sit on the counter with her legs dangling off the edge, and she will take your other hand and just put both of them on her cheeks. Feel away. But if you feel any lower, I'll have to charge you.
Oh my god.
And I will feel the face and stop at the chin of this NPC to get a sense of what they look like that I can map in my head.
Arat's gonna hear Fiss's breathing kind of just get a little quicker.
Sulong is looking anywhere but over there.
She moves one hand up to her ear. My ears are
interesting.
bigger than my sister's.
Wow, it's so hot in
Is
here.
that a-
Wow.
Is that a sign of age? Does it just random or?
Oh no, it's a sign of beauty where I'm from.
Very.
You both
very
have very lovely ears.
You're both so
Pretty.
lovely. Yes.
My friends are a very good judge of that characteristic from what I know. So take your word on it.
And Beetle goes, "I would think so. Your friend has some very lovely ears herself."
Does she?
Mm-hmm. You haven't felt
which one?
ears?
Which one?
Oh, the bat? That's not offensive to say, is it, honey?
Just squeaks as she has turned a brilliant shade of fuchsia and is hiding behind her wings.
No, I actually haven't, but I imagine so.
She gets embarrassed in front of pretty people, sorry.
Oh, honey. And Beetle will come around the counter and, "Oh, honey," pulls your wings. You don't have to be scared of us. I promise we don't bite.
I'd be looking forward to that, honestly. I don't know.
This can't speak.
Would you like
I
a glass
believe-
of water?
I think she would like a glass of water, yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna go to the back. Oh, y'all can meet Mel. She's almost done. She's almost done with her work. I'll let her know y'all here, and Vito will trudge off to the back, and you hear the hammering stop in the back.
Oh, there's the big one. Sarah, Sarah, please. Barely,
Here comes the boss mob.
And from the back comes Mekla, Mel, to her friends, and Pip will introduce her to you. It is a orcish woman with dark brown hair, shaved sides, and her hair hangs down to about her chin. Half of it at the tips is dyed a light pink. And she comes out with a warhammer that she has recently finished working on. And
Hi.
hello, can I help you?
We were just looking at your wares, and you do amazing work. You're all so pretty. Wow. Excuse me.
Your voice is up here. The others were down there. I expected lower.
I mean,
No.
I could sit on the floor if you'd like that.
Oh no, please don't inconvenience yourself.
Okay.
Did you make that hammer? You
I
wielded
did.
it with the
Mhm.
It's so pretty. It's amazing craftsmanship. I'm so bad at this.
Thank you. Would you like to hold it?
Yes. I don't know if I can though, but I will.
you
with
crafted
one
that.
arm will hand you over this warhammer.
She will take it, and with her -2 strength, just like what?
Thunk.
Oh wow, that's really.
Do you know that
heavy.
scene in the Avengers where all the Avengers are trying to pick up Thor's hammer?
Yeah,
Yep.
It's Yuiza.
I'm
I'll
not a
point
strong
out-
woman. I'm sorry.
The one with your hammer is Yuiza.
Hi.
The one who is probably still behind her wings is Fisscourth, and that is Sulong, and I am Arat. And I'll just head around the room to whomever else is still in here.
Pleasure to meet you all.
We came
Oh,
to buy a
maybe,
seat because we're going to be roasting a whole pig. You are all 3 of you more than welcome to come by. The ones want tonight and have some. I'm good at cooking.
Very good.
Yes.
I can confirm this. Yes, I would be so happy if all of you visited it once. Yes.
It's only normally that we invite you.
Yes, you're new to town. We're relatively new to town. We like making friends, and you all seem so friendly and pretty. I've said pretty a lot. Sorry.
I like food, so sure.
Perfect. You and your friends, coworkers, sisters. I'm not quite sure. Oh, yes, all of you. Yes, please come.
Oh, we're not well, Beetle and I are sisters, but no, we're not sisters with Mel.
Oh, okay. That makes a bit more sense then with the facial. Yes.
Oh, excuse me, Miss Beetle, a moment.
Yeah, what's up, honey?
Do you take custom jobs?
Oh, we can. I do most of the selling, though, but I'd be happy to write you up an order.
Oh, cool.
If you'd like to speak to the craftsman, that's gonna be Pip, and that's gonna be Mel.
I'll do that, thanks.
What you looking for?
Oh, a set of daggers. I've got some materials. We took care of these birds a while ago, and they had these razor sharp wings, and I think that would probably make some very good material for. I got some of their feathers, so.
Oh,
Oh,
Tell me
I didn't
more.
know they could be used for daggers.
is there a lot of blood? Did you have to fight them all?
Yeah.
Well, there were about 5-6 of them. They surrounded us.
And yes, there was a lot of blood.
There's so much blood.
At some point, I believe we pinned down the last one and began to bludgeon it with every available weapon and body part that we could spare.
She'll say, I got to use these, and like pop out her daggers.
Her wrist blades.
Ooh, what fine craftsmanship. It sounds absolutely gory. I can't wait to hear any more. Can you tell me more over dinner?
Sure.
Do you guys like adventuring stories?
Oh, I love adventuring stories. And Pip goes, I prefer romance novels myself, but my sister has a thing for gore and horror.
Well, it
Oh, well,
may not
depending
be
on
a
the adventure.
romance. So it's not be a romance novel, and she'll kind of lean into what's the name with the split hair?
That's Pip.
Pit. She'll lean into Pit and whisper, but that's one, and she'll point to Fizz like behind her hand. If you ever see her with someone named Amelie, oof, there is a romance in the waiting, let me tell you.
Oh, the tall Shadakai with the long hair?
Mm-hmm.
Very monotone?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I had breakfast with him. Very nice.
You know how she's like awkward right now?
Mm-hmm.
It's like 10 times worse.
Oh, you're that bad. Oh, I heard a lot about you this morning.
Did you?
I haven't done anything wrong, have I?
No, honey.
No, it seems to be positive, Fisscourth.
I
see.
talking positively about you, Fisscourth.
Are we
On their
now?
own time.
Oh, keep your first spit, yes? Let's
Yes,
get the spit.
Yes, we can have the dinner that we were speaking of.
Yes.
The dinner.
And Mel is looking between all of you and did you need me for anything else? If not, I'm going to go back to working.
Oh, I had a request for a custom job. Can we talk about the details?
Yes, you can come this way. And she pushes the door behind her to go back into the shop. And you can follow her back there.
Sulong walks past Yuiza, gets the warhammer, and just sets it on the counter before leaving.
Thank you. I was just stuck here.
And there is a shop. There are multiple items in production. There are anvils. There is the fire. There are other blacksmith shop things. I don't know what those are. But they're there. As well as a few
grind wheel.
sets of armor.
Blacksmith tools.
Off
I
to
see
one
they've-
side, there's a full iron cage as well.
Oh. He'll lay out the walk feathers on the table and push them towards Mel. They're razor sharp, and I was hoping to make daggers out of them.
Mal will take them up and feel them with her finger, and I think I could do it. Would be a rather delicate process, but I think I can pull it off.
Well, I was thinking more of a decorative piece anyway. Would you be able to quote me on how much this would cost?
Well, you brought me half the materials. What do you want the handles made out of?
Wood and leather bindings. Would you be able to tan the leather?
I can source some.
Cool.
So with bringing me the main material, wood, what it is these days, we can probably get you decent leather. Probably 20 gold apiece.
Fair is fair. All right. Half now, half later.
All right.
So it's 20. Okay. Cool. He'll plop down 40 gold.
Okay. Yeah. And Mel will set those aside and get ready to work on them. You should be able to come back in probably like 3 or 4 days time. I'll put that on my calendar.
And my party and I are adventurers, so if you have any material we should be on the lookout for when we exit town, just give us a holler.
Anything that you think would make a good weapon, you're welcome to bring back.
There are quite a few monsters in the forest.
Claws are usually good. Teeth too.
Claws, teeth. If I find any tusks, you'll be the first one to get them.
Deal.
And he'll shake their hand.
Mhm. Yeah.
Boop, 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 boop. Is Fist still bright red?
Permanently.
This is whatever water has been offered, she's gulping it down furiously, fanning herself with the wing. These
And
smoothies are very hot. Yes, I need more water.
Well, there is
Scorching.
active blacksmithing happening, so yes, it is very hot in here.
Yes,
He's just
very.
grinning.
yeah, and Beetle will get you as many glasses of water as you need, bringing you back a pitcher eventually. And Pip will say, "So, you cuties work for the Adventurers Guild, huh?"
Yeah.
Yes, we're wardens.
Cuties. Yes, we do. We are wardens.
Uh-huh. Well, if you find anything interesting that would make good weaponry or armor and you don't want to keep it, you can always bring it back here. We will make fair trades or give discounts or just flat out buy it off you if there's nothing that you want in stock.
Oh, we definitely bring stuff. We've been fighting actually quite a few monsters, so we might actually be able. I don't think we have anything from the Jabberjay left.
What's a Jabberjay, honey?
It's this weird monster it appeared like a well.
Marrowjay.
Marrowjay,
Listen, very similar
that one.
creature.
Anyway, it was this weird fey creature, right? And it like I put my tooth in the well, and then it's like, "You're my friend now," and then it slammed us with water, and then when it appeared out of the well, it was like this weird fey creature with like a giant shell on its back that was also its home.
Oh.
We had someone send it back to the Feywild.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah,
More stories for dinner.
yeah.
I think someone did get some large iridescent scales off of that.
Not
If I remember correctly?
Back.
Yeah, that was
We have it at the party store.
yeah. So you guys do have some stocked items that could potentially be turned into something, whether you want that done here or somewhere else.
Yeah. I don't know how much the scales would do for weapons, though. Do we have scales? I'm going to assume Yuiza has the party fun and the party treasure because she has the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Probably.
So she'll take out the scales. I don't know if they're sharp enough for weapons.
Let me take a look, honey. Pip will adjust her pink glasses and take them from you and look at them. And oh yeah, we should be able to do something that's probably not anything that would probably not a weapon. I could make some braces out of them. Dragon scales are really good for braces.
That would be nice. Do you guys want bracers made out of them?
If there's enough for everybody, then certainly. Otherwise, you should have them.
Of course, they should be yours.
Oh,
Yeah.
why? No, why? Well, would it be possible to add them to these bracers that have the blades already?
Let me take a look, Peanut. Come here. Give me that.
Here you go. There you go.
And she's going to turn your arm. Yeah, I think I could work with these. Would you be able to be without them for like maybe 3 days?
Yes. Do you have
Alright.
a regular dagger I could buy off of you?
Oh, I
Or
could just
even a
loan you
loan.
a regular dagger.
Oh,
I was about to say.
if I can get 2 regular daggers as in exchange for these, and then I'll return them, I'll make sure they're taken care of, and I'll give you something if they're a little worn.
Okay, don't worry about it, honey. I got spares. And she will hop off the counter and pull out 2 regular daggers, so you can replace your arm braces with that. And in the same amount of time as Su Long's project, you can return and pick up your hidden blades, and they will be +1.
I don't particularly use any weapons, Fisscourth. Do you need anything from these fine ladies?
No, I'm quite good on crossbow bolts, and I, of course, have the holy energies flowing through me, but I would love to visit
Among
again.
other
I
things.
This is gonna just shoot Sulong A look with her little beady red eyes before flickering back to the trio. But we'd love to visit you all again, maybe for our dinner. We could talk more. Yes.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah, we'll see you
absolutely.
at dinner, honey.
Yeah. Our friend Pascal will be there. He's great.
Hopefully he's wearing a shirt.
Or
If
not.
not, then it's as a gesture in her direction. I was going to say.
If you prefer him without the shirt, all you have to do is say, "Wow, it'd be great if you were shirtless," and it will disappear in like half a second.
So I've heard.
Honestly, one of his best magic tricks.
Really?
Good to know.
Well, we'll see y'all later. Bye.
Bye. And they both give you a little wave as you head out.
They're all so nice and pretty.
Is everybody recovered from this meeting?
I thought I did very well. I don't know about you guys.
Sulong's just looking like a little confused. We're like, yeah, I think they were pretty lovely.
They were very lovely, but Taylor's?
Yes. Let's go there.
Who's
Sounds like
Taylor?
fun.
My friend,
They make the clothes.
Close Taylor. You are so pretty, Sulong. I just want you to know that.
But
Apparently,
then,
many pretty people here.
how come Fisscourth doesn't get embarrassed when she is around me?
Because
You apparently don't talk to her flirting like.
You're my colony. It would be strange if I got up and flustered, embarrassed around you all.
Oh, okay.
Did your colony not bond with each other in other ways?
Well, yes, but that's predetermined. Usually betrothals. There's no need for flustering. So the fact that there is so much flustering out here and people saying nice things just because they're not obligated to, it's a lot.
No,
I think
kidding.
you're
It is
pretty,
a-
Fisscourth.
It is a
Is that-
cultural staple.
I heard the vampire bats, like, they connect by, like, I guess you would call it making out with, like, mouthfuls of blood.
Oh, yes, that's part of the marriage ceremony, so only for married couples to do. Whole dreadful business, that.
Very unsanitary.
Well, hey, cultures, differences.
You know what? You are right. I apologize.
It's quite all right. I just, so you know, I'm not going to do any of that with any of you unless we were married. I'm saving my blood making out for marriage.
If you like it, then you gotta put a mouth of blood on it.
Oh, God.
Okay, so you all head back into town towards the Wands Want and the tailor shop that is now open and running. And like the other shops, the door is open. And as you all walk in, you see a lovely sitting room, nicely furnished. There is a display of hats propped up in one window. There is a wardrobe with both doors open, displaying a rack of pre-made items, as well as a few pieces that are displayed on mannequins as well that are quite fine. And on one of the couches, fast asleep, with a book open over their face, is a snoring Connie, who Sulong and Yuiza, you have both now met.
Is there a bell over the door?
There is not.
Should we leave them alone?
No, they work here, supposedly.
Oh. Hey, Connie. Connie! She's gonna shake the sofa, not touch her.
What?
Ah.
What? Oh. What are you doing in... Oh, I was definitely not asleep. Hi.
Oh, you were just
Oh,
resting
there's
your
more than one of
eyes.
you. Hi. Yeah, I was totally resting my eye. Welcome to the tailor shop. How can I help you?
Would you prefer dealing with us individually? I can wait outside if that makes you more comfortable.
No, you can just like have a seat
Okay.
or just like tell me what you want.
What you
Oh, we were looking for some nicer pieces of clothing for like a dinner with the mayor.
Oh, okay. Do you like... Are you looking for like something pre-made or something bespoke?
Well, bespoke sounds fancy, and I feel like that costs a lot more.
It depends on like what you want. Like I can go get my boss. She makes everything that's here. So like if you want something like in a specific color, like we could like dye it, but like that's like Euphoria's whole thing, not mine. But I can like sell you something off the rack if you want.
Okay. And Euphoria's your boss?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we were looking for something not too flashy because it's not like super like fancy, but like nice enough for like well-established company. Do you have something off the rack like that? But if we have to get something bespoke, we probably could.
Like here's everything that like we currently have in stock. It's not much as we normally have, and if you right click on the hats, yes.
The hats, I was clicking everything else.
It's okay. If you right click on the hats, you can see the store inventory. They have some like trinkety type items, some small pieces of jewelry, some boots. There are some tools here as well that you can purchase, and some common clothes also. And all the prices should be listed for you.
I'm sobbing over Snuggle Beast.
Yeah. Connie will show you those and go, so like these ones are kind of rare since they're like a dragon, but there's like others that we get in that are like less rare. So like if you don't like these ones, there's like others that we can like get you.
You telling me I can get boots to let me double jump?
I am telling you, you can get boots that let you double jump if you have the money for them.
We got to take more jobs.
But as you are perusing through these, you hear from the back, hello, Connie, dear darling, who's out there? And through the door comes her boss, Euphoria.
Just right into me.
And you see a white tiefling woman with long, stark white hair and red eyes. And over part of her face, there is a birthmark in a slightly peachy tone, but still quite light. Her nails are painted a brilliant red, and she is in flowing skirts and a light breezy top with boots that come up, peeking out from her skirt above the knees that lace up, and the leather on these matches the color of her reddish brown horns perfectly. And she goes, oh, hello, Connie, why didn't you tell me that we had friends here today? How can I help you all?
Hi.
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
We were coming in for well, my companions wanted clothes possibly for the festival.
Well, not the festival itself, but we're apparently having a dinner with the mayor.
The dinner.
Afterwards, yeah.
That.
Dinner with the mayor. How fun. How wonderful. And your friends want clothes. How about you, dear? What do you want? And you feel this woman come in very close to your face, and you can feel her hands. She is feeling the opening of your overcoat. Is that an overcoat or a shirt?
It's like a shawl. But
she is feeling the shawl, and you can feel her kind of lightly run her fingers over the tops of your shoulders, sort of measuring you with her hands and her eyes. Oh, I would just love to dress you all. What are you looking for? What can I help you with?
I hadn't actually thought of anything, but perhaps another time we can discuss this. I wouldn't terribly mind.
Oh, I would love that. And you, dear, what would you like? What can I do for you? And she comes over to you, Yuiza.
Oh, hi. Well, I think I might get something, she'll look to Connie, bespoke. I really like the type of clothes that you're wearing. Like she says, she'll stand up and like she has her skirts and like a top, like a simple top. It's like I like flowy things that won't restrict my legs.
Oh, darling. Things that don't restrict your legs are absolutely the best. Everyone should be wearing it. Let me see here. And she will walk around you. And the way that she swishes around you, it's almost like she glides across the floor. You barely hear her heels touch the ground. And she goes, yes, I think something in blue. Yes. And she lifts your chin and turns your head from side to side. Yes, something in blue to match your eyes. Make it really pop.
Okay, I'll take your advice. You know more about this than I do. And you clearly have a great fashion taste, and they're very beautiful.
Of course I am, dear. And you, what do you want, my little friend? Oh, look at your ears. I just love them. They're so adorable. And she comes over to you, Fisscourth, and you get the same appraising treatment that the other two have gotten.
Oh, well, actually, I'm not too familiar with the fashion of the surface robe. Fiss just gestures to her probably very tattered, somewhat dirty robe. How would you dress me? I will trust your guidance. You seem to be an expert in this sort of magic.
Oh, darling. Yes, this will never do. I cannot have someone walking around like this in my town. Let me take a look at you. Come with me. And she takes you by the wing gently and leads you through the back door. And the rest of you can follow as well. And Fisscourth, she takes you and she walks you up to a podium type area. And she has several mirrors set up in a semicircle, and she is turning you and rotating you in front of these mirrors. Yes, I think we do something to complement your coloring. Really make those undertones of pink pop. What do you say? Yes, of course you say yes. Of course. I am the best at this. Yes, darling. What do you want?
Something that doesn't hide the poof of hair.
Oh, no, absolutely not. We must put our assets out where everyone can see them, darling. Let's see here. Something. Can you stretch your wings for me, dear, please, darling?
This will stretch
nice
them
and wide,
to the
nice and
fullest.
wide. Yes. Yes. Oh, I will need to take some measurements, but I'm going to make you something beautiful, something dashing, something risque and wonderful.
This just looks so confused. This is positive, right? She just looks back towards everyone for approval.
Yes.
And I will be dashing and suggestive and roguish under your guidance.
Roguish? You want to be roguish, dear? Oh, I can make you roguish. I can make you fearsome. I can make you mysterious.
Do women like this?
Sometimes.
I would like all of it then.
I think who you're trying to attract, yes.
Yes.
Then I will make
most
sure that
likely.
you have all of it. How do you feel about leather?
What do I feel about what?
Leather.
It's very nice. Sometimes you can chew on it.
We don't put any of it near your mouth then. Okay. And you. And she will turn around and point directly at Sulong with an extended finger.
Actually, I was hoping to get something refitted. I have my own, but I would pay to have it retailored.
You have your own. Whose work do you have? Let me see it.
Excuse me. And he'll run over to the wand's wand, go inside his little trunk and pull out some cloth that he brought from home and come back down. It's essentially what is it? A changsha. It's the traditional Chinese formal wear, silkened sort of a shirt that's long and goes past the knees. There is an embroidery of orchids going up the side. There are just these cloth formal pants and shoes along with them, but he doesn't need those tailored. He just needs the shirt.
And what are you looking to have done to it, dear? Do you want it to be more breezy? Do you want it to be more open, a nice deep V? Do you want more arm movement? What are you looking for?
A little bit of arm movement, actually. I haven't worn this in a while, so, and he'll flex, and there's just the pop underneath his shirt.
And she will run her hand along your arm and squeeze your bicep. Probably leaves her hand there a little bit too long. Yes, go put it on for me. I'll see what I can do. Changing room's right over there. And let's see. I'll just take everyone's measurements right now. Connie! And she calls for Connie, and Connie comes in and assists her writing down the measurements for everyone.
While she's taking my measurements, that's good. Actually, while I'm not so certain on clothing right now, I was wondering if you would help me with one piece, perhaps.
What is it, dear?
Well, I've had this for I can hardly remember how long. I was hoping perhaps something more unique.
Let me see. Do you want it to be about the same size?
Perhaps a little bit bigger, just for comfort's sake. Designs, I won't be able to see it, but maybe something something that flows a bit.
Okay.
And actually, and I will proceed to describe. It's a very simple sigil, but it's one from my history. Perhaps this in the middle.
And she will have Connie write that down in the notes. And yes, I will make this for you. I will make it fantastic. I will make it fabulous.
Thank you.
Also, I'm going to make you a whole outfit to go with it. So be prepared for that. As a gift.
Very, very well. Thank you. That whatever the cost is, it should be fine, I imagine.
It will be. Now. All right, everyone up on the podium. I must measure you all. And she will make sure that she gets everyone's measurements. Sulong, she will take down everything that needs to be adjusted on your clothing as well. And she will take preference notes, whatever y'all want as far as clothing, but she's making sure that you all leave here with something that is bespoke, within your price range, and also absolutely fabulous. She will set to work. So, you all work for the Adventurers Guild, so they all need to move well, right?
Yes, that would be preferable. I mean, granted that this is a bit more stylish than we usually wear, but it wouldn't hurt. We never know when adventure calls.
Oh, darling, you should be dressed for adventure anytime.
Exactly.
What's the question? Sorry.
Movement, breezy, flexibility, agility, because possibly wearing these outfits while we are at adventuring.
Yes. I would like to be able to move freely and also hide many daggers under my skirts and run.
Many daggers, a lady after my own heart.
I don't have them right now because I left them to get updated at the blacksmith, but I have hidden daggers on my bracers.
Oh, really? I would love to see them someday. I keep mine in my boots. And she lifts her skirt. She lifts her foot up onto the table and shows you that within the top flap of her boot, where it is up around her thigh, it's actually a false compartment. And on either side of her thigh, there are small daggers hidden in the boots.
This is just going to turn away with her wing.
I might have to get those boots.
All right, Fizz will be like, what's happening?
Equipment.
Okay.
Sulong steps out of the dressing room and just thwarps the war fan that he has. Kind of just fans himself. Yeah, no, definitely tied around the chest and arms.
Oh, yes, it is. Come here, let me see you. So muscular. You must work out quite a bit.
I did a bit of farming growing up in Zara.
Love a farm boy. And from Sara? Oh, I haven't been there in so long. What's it like these days?
Oh, tumultuous at best.
That's what makes it so fun.
He'll give her a wink.
I like you. Yes, you'll do nicely. All right. Well, I have what everybody needs, what everybody wants. Is there anything else that I can do for you today?
Oh, may I ask, could I have something that's off the shoulders?
Of course. Do you want it to be adjustable so it could be on the shoulders or off the shoulders whenever you wish?
Yes, that would be great.
Okay. I will make it happen.
Thank you.
You know, my sister actually has a scabbard built into the back of her dress. She's at that age where everyone wants to court her, so, you know, if she finds them offensive, it's a duel.
Oh.
I like your sister.
A lot of people do.
You would really enjoy Sara.
Perhaps the Hooling should adopt this. Very interesting.
It's lovely to meet you.
Oh, of
Very
course.
lovely.
I am the loveliest
Yes, thank you very
person
much.
here. You're very welcome.
Are you?
It's why Iggy told me that I need to come here.
She will describe Euphoria to Arat.
You seem like tilting his head, like as he's trying to like envision it as being described.
It's not necessarily like the way she describes it. It's not like I'm checking you out, but like she's very elegant and like fine features, fair skin, all pale, beautiful long hair, and she'll like reddish horns, birthmark over her eye. It's kind of like a little more detail, but we'll describe her.
I think I've got it.
I hope that was an alright description for you, Euphoria.
Oh, it was a lovely one, dear. You have an artist's words.
It's probably more descriptive and less invasive than my usual testing to see what people look like.
Oh, what's your usual testing?
I tend to see with my hands so I can get a sort of a topographical feel.
Oh, well, you can touch me. I don't mind.
He'll just like hold his hands out, like kind of like just like let somebody take his hands.
Yeah. And she'll walk over and take your hands and put them to her face.
Yeah, and he'll examine and just go, oh, she got it exactly, yes. Oh, no, yes, you are very lovely, ma'am.
Oh, thank you. Well, if there's nothing else that I can do for you all, I have other orders to get to as well.
Yes. Thank you very kindly for all of your assistance.
You're very welcome. And she boops your nose, Arat.
You have a lovely day.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye, little bat.
I heard the farewell.
Goodbye.
As you all go to leave, roll me a perception check.
Who's she checking out?
I got 12.
Scramble.
Okay.
15.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
18.
As you are all walking out, Connie is back on the couch, pretending to read their book, looking a little annoyed.
Are you alright, Connie?
Huh? Yeah, I am, like, fine. It's fine.
Are you sure?
That book slighted you. Do you need assistance in defeating it?
She looks at the door that you all just came out of and then back at you and just leans in and, just between you and me, don't hang around her too long.
Why?
Why is that?
And from the back here, Connie, I need your help, dear. I can't. I'm not
Okay.
able to say, but just trust me.
Understood.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hey, Connie. Do you happen to have any ribbons?
What color?
Dealer's choice.
Here. And she goes to the wardrobe and pulls out a small drawer. And there's just a rainbow kaleidoscope, whatever descriptor you want to throw in there. There are so many ribbons in here. It's like Michael's craft store. Just wild. So let's go with purple.
You'll take it. How much?
Like 2 silver.
He'll give her a gold piece and tell her to keep the change.
Thanks.
I assume tips go to whoever, like, commission, right?
I mean, we just kind of like pool them and then buy alcohol with them at the end of the week.
That's fair.
Cool.
Yeah.
We're having a barbecue later tonight if you want to stop by and, you know, kind of relax away from head motion.
We've already invited the blacksmiths next door.
Oh, maybe?
We're
Like-
literally right next door, so if you do decide to come, we're right there.
Yeah. If I decide that I want a people tonight, I'll be there.
You can also just stop by, grab a plate of food, and leave.
I'll do
I
that.
really understand.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
And she will go back to opening her book.
Sulong will kind of look at the ribbon, turn to Yuiza, hand it to her.
What's this for?
I don't have hair long enough to tie back.
Oh,
I don't know. I just felt like doing something nice for Connie.
yeah. I wonder if she'll take it. I wonder what's going on with that.
I certainly hope
Seems-
it's not a drastic situation.
It seems that our Euphoria has a bit of a thrall over her. To what extent, I don't know, but I'm somewhat familiar with the
Those
concept.
words coming from you after the discussion we had on the side of the road makes you very concerned
Well,
about people.
that's how I. Well, that's how I know.
That makes sense, yeah.
Wait, really? Is that the situation?
Oh no, absolutely. And I'm going to cast Charm Person on Sulong.
It has no effect
wi-
because he's already charmed by you.
That's a Wisdom saving throw of 14 to get like really into it.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's a negative.
Just
It's a 1. But like,
Awesome. So of course. Would you come here for a second?
Oh yeah.
Could you give me your hand?
Plop.
Stand on one leg.
Stands on one leg.
Turn around. He's gonna rattle off just a list of things to do. It gets like more and more ridiculous, and just
Hops
for
on one
him and
leg
the other
to turn around while his
Yeah,
hand is
for him.
still out.
for him and the other two to watch that it's just whatever he says at any given point, but for about a minute before he dispels it.
No. Mm-mm. Nope. Mm-mm. Nope.
And per the text, you know that you have been charmed.
That is a very icky feeling. No, thank you.
Yes, I don't like to do it as if I don't have to, but it is how I am familiar with it, and there are many stronger versions of that.
I mean, get me drunk enough and I'll do anything anyone says, but I don't like that feeling at all.
Shall we go to the Wands Wand and start on that spit? I will need your
Yes,
help to get it on there and build the spit and everything.
Yes, preparation of the pig.
Do I have to hop there on one leg? Is it over?
Only if you want to, yes.
Oh, okay. So long as start
Come
walking
on.
normally.
All right. Yeah, y'all are able to just hop on over to the Wands Wand in whatever manner you so choose. It's right next door. And you are free to go ahead and start setting up the spit. You can probably set it up out back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Steakhouse.
And set it up out back so it's like doesn't like
Yeah.
coat the entire store with the smells of everything. And she'll kind of ask everyone to help, so like it's kind of like a group activity. Slap some seasoning on that pig.
As you're all outside working, everyone roll me a perception check.
Jesus Christ.
down. You know what it is.
I rolled good and then I rolled bad. That's a 5.
Okay.
Oh,
She's
19 for a
she's
23.
too focused
Okay.
on seasoning this pig.
19.
19? 3. Okay. So long, Yuiza, you don't see this. But Arat, you hear this. And Fisscourth, you see this. Not far away towards the part of town that isn't quite developed between where the businesses are and where the residential area is. There's like almost like a vacant lot of land. And there is a group of village children playing there with wooden swords and fake wooden shields. And they are running around having a mock battle with one another. And there is one with a grain sack on his head that they are all trying to capture. And he is running around screaming at the top of his lungs, "I am the Bagman!" No! And they are laughing and giggling and chasing after this fictional monster.
Bagman. After you told me Sulong's weapons appeared mysteriously in my bag.
I'm sorry to hear
like
that.
I don't like the Bagman.
Terrible myth, I must say. What is a bagman?
I couldn't tell you, but whatever it is, it sounds like they're having fun.
Horrible.
The fun is horrible?
No. The fun is wonderful, great, fantastic even. But the bagman, I don't like it. Not one bit.
I'll take your word for it.
Can I roll a history check?
You didn't notice this, yeah.
Oh, I thought because Fist was talking about the bagman.
You can, are you all having this conversation near the other two?
Yeah,
yeah,
because
they're
Yuiza
deep
had
crab.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, Yuiza had us all helping out together, so yeah.
Yeah. Then if you think that you would be listening in on this conversation, you can roll a history check.
17.
17? Yeah, there's an urban legend that goes around, like many other kids. This one gets told around the campfire, typically about a creature that lives in bags of holding. It's also often told alongside stories about travel, about crossroads. There was recently a book that was put out, which was basically like scary stories to scare your kids with or whatever, that has become popular amongst the youths. And you're guessing that at least one of them has probably picked up this book and they're playing out these fictional monsters.
You see, Fist, there's a story, an urban legend that comes with packs and bags, things you store items in.
Like ours.
Like ours, yeah. One of these stories happens on a cold, lonely night over a fire while a few people are adventuring.
Like this night.
Quite like this night, yeah. Well, it's a little warm for it, but if you could imagine a chill that permeates your bones.
This'll shiver.
And I think Sulong's like holding like a barbecue fork as he's slowly turning the pig for Yuiza. On this night, these travelers were bedding down for the night, taking up their watches as normal. One of them turns their head and notices that one of their packs are open, thinking it's strange that normally they'd close it up to avoid any animals wandering in during the night. They go over and close it. A few hours later, as they were relieving themselves from their shift, they notice again that same bag was open. This time it was fallen over, and the hole of the bag slowly started growing. A heavy, raspy breathing coming from inside the bag, inflating and deflating like it was alive. And then suddenly, he'll slam a hand on like a nearby wooden table. A gaunt, emaciated hand claws out of the bag, followed by another, followed by a head, gangly arms, sunken face, draggled hair. There wasn't even a scream. As the rest of the party wakes up, only to find claw marks on the ground, drag marks leading up to the opening of the bag, which was now closed.
This just watches Sulong in terrified silence.
So beware the bagman.
You better
It
hope
sounds
that's
to-
not real because I have a bag I'm holding and I'm scared.
And
I'm
as
never
you,
handling it.
They sounded a lot more joyous than that.
as you all say this, there is a shout from the kids that pulls your attention back to them as they have all piled on the one with the bag. And you watch as they all laugh.
as hell. What?
As they all laugh and giggle and let their friend stand up. And then their friend takes the bag off their head. The children stand in a circle and close their eyes. And their friend in the center of the circle goes around and picks the next bag man, setting the bag on their head. And that child runs off to hide nearby, and the game starts again as they all pursue the bagman.
I hope they never find a bag of holding unless the bagman actually make an appearance.
Well, that's why it's important to lock up your bags at night. That way the bagman can't get you.
I'm going to get a lock for my bag.
Many.
Another superstition is whenever you store your bags, store them upside down. The opening, hitting the floor so that the bagman can't crawl out.
Okay. Well, enough scary stories. Sulong. Pig should be all good. It should be good in a few hours. And she's cleaning off her hands from all like the rubs and seasonings and stuff. Can you watch it? I have to go take care of something in town.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. I'll be back soon, okay? Yuiza's going to leave the Once Want.
Mhm.
And she's going to make her way over to the temple and ask for Rose Ressa.
Mhm.
And she's going to ask Rose Ressa if Old Man Ted have been put up.
And Rose Ressa, with the attitude that Rose Ressa has, yes, he has been put up. You want to see him?
Yes, I would like to see him, please.
We put him in the room between Carlotta and Duval, so they keep an eye on him and he'll be comfortable here. And she leads you back, and he's in the back hallway, not too far from where Duval's office is. And they have set him up in one of the simple rooms, and it appears that Nismat and the others brought as many of his things from his home as they could fit in this room. All of the photos are up, dusted off, hanging on the wall for him already. His bedding is on the bed, where normally it would have been just temple-provided bedding. And you can see that clothes have been neatly folded and put out for him for the next day.
Okay. Thank you, Rosetta.
You're welcome. And she will gently close the door and let you visit.
Okay. Where is he right now?
He is at the table. He has a puzzle out. And he's putting together a puzzle.
As he's looking at the puzzle and not her, Yuiza's going to take a moment, and her expression gets almost uncomfortable, as if it was a movie. You see the features of her face change. The skin, not so much. Her skin stays tan, but she now has a smattering of freckles all over her face, across her nose, bright blue eyes, and wild red hair. Her height adjusts to what she would believe Mabel is based on the portraits, to the age of where she saw the wedding picture. And if you're close enough, you can actually kind of hear bones popping. And she takes a breath and just looks to the old man and says, "Hi, Dad."
And I think on that sweet note is where we'll leave off for tonight. As Old Man Ted gets to have a visit with his daughter. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for tonight's episode of Luck and Chaos. Don't forget to leave a review on your favorite podcast platform of choice. It really helps our show grow. Arat was played by Zachary Vaudo. Yuiza was played by Alessa Vamp. Fisscourth was played by Abby. Sulong was played by RJ. And your GM and producer today was Sara Roberts. The Luck and Chaos theme, A Twist of Fate, was composed by Sneakernet. Download it now on Bandcamp. Link in the show notes below. Check out our show notes for cast info and links to the third-party content featured in this game. If you'd like to join us for our Patreon-only after show, visit us on patreon.com/thehypegoblin. This show and others like it are made possible by the generous support from our patrons.